Buongiorno, ciao a tutti. Good morning, welcome back to Appa's Kitchen on the road. Today I'm going to Napoli. So I'm going to spend 3 full days there. I arrived today about 6 p.m. And then I'm leaving on Friday morning to come back. Friday afternoon, noon. So it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing a different place. I have plans to go to Caserta one day. I went to Caserta last year from Bari for pizza. And I wanted to see the palace and it didn't work out. So trying that again. I'm going to go back for pizza. And I have a reservation this time to see the palace, just the apartments. All right, so more on that later. So right now I'm going to take a leisurely walk to the train station. My backpack is so heavy. I'm taking way too many clothes. After all these years, I still don't know how to pack. I probably only needed to bring like 2 t-shirts, but I brought several. I brought 2 polo shirts. I don't know why. I'm wearing this shirt, my travel shirt, so I look slightly presentable on the train. I'm bringing 2 pairs of shorts, a pair of shorts to wear outside during the day, and a pair of shorts to wear inside. Like way too many clothes. So my backpack is really heavy. What are you gonna do? So I come back. I have a day here in Reggio. I'm gonna do laundry. And then I go to Palermo for a few days. And then I come back and I still have a little over a week here. I'm here much longer than I thought. I did the same thing last year when I went to Bari. So I think I'm here like 5.5 weeks total. All right, so anyway, I'm walking to the station. I just had a yogurt drink, some toast for breakfast. So I think we're gonna have McDonald's for lunch. I don't really know. I'm tired of pizza and pasta and all that. Panini. So I don't know what I'm going to eat, but that's what I'm thinking, because there's a McDonald's right there. And then my ticket is on Italo. So I learned something new this trip. Trenitalia is the national train line, and then Italo has a private train line. You know, I don't even know that I looked at Trenitalia to see what the trains were like, but ChatGPT told me Italo is better. It's more comfortable, you can reserve a seat. So I have my seat reserved. It's like business class. Not terribly expensive. It was about 150 euros or $150 round trip. So it's not too bad. 5-hour each way. All right, so I'll see you when I get to the station. I'll tell you if I think of anything else. Double cheeseburger. Well, that was interesting. Cultural experience. Here at Appa's Kitchen, we like to go where the people go. Filled with probably like high school students. And I have never in my life seen more boys with more perfect hair all in one place than here. Absolutely not one hair out of place. Not super gelled like Gavin Newsom, but just perfect hair. All of them had fresh cuts. Every hair in place. The girls, of course, all had beautiful hair, but it was just long and straight. But the boys couldn't stop staring. Meanwhile, couple observations. They don't seem to eat their French fries with ketchup. And they don't use straws, which is kind of nice. I would rather not use a straw than use one of those stupid paper straws. So I don't know what that's all about. It was good. The burger was good. The fries, you know, McDonald's fries are never bad. Got way too many. So the double cheeseburger was like €5.40. The menu with a pretty decent sized Coke and pretty big fries too was $5.90. So like 50 cents extra. You get fries and a drink. All right, so we're in good shape here. It's 12:10. My train is at 1. So I'm just gonna go in, check the schedule, see where my track is, and then see if there's some place that I can rest. I could have purchased lounge access, but I don't really want to go sit in the lounge. I'm hoping I can just sit on the platform and wait. A lot of traffic here around the station. I think this is the lounge, Sala Blue. I don't know. I think it's probably behind this. I'm just gonna go to my platform. Brave the smokers. So I am using an app. With the app, you don't have to validate your ticket. If you have a paper ticket, remember to validate your ticket before you get on the train. Otherwise, you will have to pay a fine if they catch you. Alright, this could be my train, but it's way too early to board. I think I'm in car 2. Look how pretty. Wow, what a pretty train station. That's where I walked before. I thought I could cross through the station, and there was no way to do that, but there's Sicily over there. I think this is the last bench. So this is a really nice place to just sit and wait. Perfect.
Gioia Tauro, Rosarno, Nicodera, Ioppolo, Peccati Capo Vaticano, Santa Domenica, Tropea, Barberia, Zambrone, Briatico, Vibo Marina, Pizzo.
Alright, I got a really nice seat here. I thought it was in the front, I'm all the way in the back, but I don't know. We're going to turn around. I don't know if we're going that way.
The doors and aisles of the train must be left clear at all times. Bulky luggage and strollers should be stowed in
I think we're going in that direction.
or on the overhead.
Anyway, there's a bunch of people up that end.
Should be placed under your
Dogs.
seat. Thank you for your cooperation.
My area is nice and empty and quiet.
Grazie. Attention please. The train is about to depart. We invite any accompanying persons to disembark promptly. Thank you.
seat around. I don't think so. It kind of sucks. I thought it was going to be facing forward on that side of the train. Well, maybe at some point the train will turn around. Alright, so I just asked ChatGPT, why am I going backwards? I'm in seat number 1, and it said, them's the brakes. Can I turn my seat around? No, the seats are fixed. Will the train change direction? No. So, I'll get used to it, but 5 hours riding backwards. It's alright, it's not a biggie. I will probably sleep at some point. It's nice and quiet, but I have some earplugs in my backpack just in case. Because you know how these Italians are, especially if some kids get on board, not all. So, like I said, fortunately, all the people got on. They were in such a rush. There was a little line. We were standing there waiting. This whole big group comes, oblivious to everybody. Tried to open the door, it wouldn't open because obviously if we were standing there, we were all waiting. We have 2 dogs with them, 2 little yappers. So then they all stood in front of us. So I just let everybody get on. They all seemed like they were in such a hurry. The train's not going anywhere without me. So anyway, I have this whole section here. It's quiet. Let me see where we're going to stop. Alright, it makes 11 stops before we get to Napoli. I didn't recognize a lot of the places. Villa San Giovanni, which is where the ferry goes back and forth to Sicily. Vibo Valentia, which is near Pizzo, one of the pretty little small towns on the coast. Lamezia Terme, which I think is the capital, the regional capital. Salerno, I've heard of Salerno, I think that's on the Amalfi Coast. And then Napoli. So 11 stops means more people might get on. And it goes all the way to Milano. So it's also going to stop in Rome. It's nice, it's comfortable. I don't think I'm going to get any snacks. I have a little tray table here, a little footrest, charger. I have some water in my water bottle. I should have gotten some snacks.
Siamo in arrivo nella stazione di
Well, so I think a big part of this trip is just like sitting, just what we're doing. We're here at Bagnara. Reggio Calabria. I just now it says the train is 15 minutes late. Fine with me, because the later I get into Napoli, the more of rush hour I'm going to miss. But anyway, Reggio Calabria, I just asked ChatGPT if it was worth the visit. It said it's not as scenic as Scilla. It's more like local life. It's a swordfish fishing village, and they make torrone. Torrone is a nougat candy, which I always loved at Christmas. So I don't know, if I get bored, I could come here for a little day trip. Anyway, we're just sitting here. I don't know why. Slow. It's really slow. This is an incredible, like, highway bridge that goes across the gorge here. Alright, here we go. I smell food. I really should have gotten some snacks. I found some candy that I had in my backpack from Japan. And I have water. I thought at least, I'm in business class, I thought at least I would get a little box with a cookie or something. So now I know on the way back, I'm gonna bring some snacks. We are now 45 minutes late. We're only at Palmy. Like, we've hardly gone anywhere. And we're already 45 minutes late. I don't understand it. Madonna mia, what is it with the Italians and these trains? I thought Mussolini fixed this. This would never happen in Japan. Anyway, now I don't have to worry about rush hour when I get to Napoli. What I do have to worry about is that the metro will still be running by the time I get there because it might be after midnight. But anyway, alright, seems like we picked up the pace a little bit here. That's the view I wanted. This is the view I got. He just made an announcement that I didn't understand, but I think he was saying that there was work being done on the tracks. This is my best guess. There was work being done on the tracks up until Palmy, and we're 45 minutes behind. But I think from now on, it should be smooth sailing. Fingers crossed. This is what I have to sustain me. Vitamin C candy and some water. You know what I miss the most here? Popcorn. I eat popcorn every night at home. I haven't seen any popcorn here. So definitely have to find some snacks for the ride back.
The train will stop in Vibo Valencia, Pizzo, Lamezia Terme Centrale, Paola, Maratea, Sapri, Vado della Lucania, Castelnuovo, Agropoli, Castellabate, Salerno, Napoli Centrale, Roma Termini, Firenze Santa Maria Novella, Bologna AV, Reggio Emilia AV Mediopadana, Milano Centrale. Vi ricordiamo che a bordo è vietato fumare, sigarette elettroniche incluse. Buon viaggio! Please be reminded.
Alright, I'm not gonna starve to death. I got some crackers and some water. There are the dogs. Look how pretty. Coming up to Lamezia Terme. 55 minutes in ritardo. So the train is 55 minutes behind schedule. Mamma mia. So at this point we're going to be getting in closer to 7 p.m. But I have a feeling we're going to become more and more retardo as we go along. So maybe I'll be at my Airbnb about like 7:30, 8 o'clock. So I'm thinking, well, I don't know. I was thinking I was just going to grab something quick at the station before I get on the metro. Because I might have more choices by the station. I don't know. I'll ask ChatGPT. Anyway, it's very slow. We are now 1 hour behind.
Aspetta che vedi un attimo.
Oh,
Siamo
5-6.
vicini. 6-6.
6-7 siamo insieme. Verino, barboncino, verina questa. No, non sono belli, fanno da sì. Sono
Madonna.
Benvenuti a bordo di Italo 8158 da Reggio Calabria Centrale a Milano Centrale. Welcome on board Italo 8158 from Reggio Calabria Centrale to Milano Centrale. Il treno fermerà a The train will stop in Napoli Centrale, Roma Termini, Firenze Santa Maria Novella, Bologna AV, Reggio Emilia AV Mediopadana, Milano Centrale. Vi ricordiamo che a bordo è vietato fumare, sigarette elettroniche incluse.
It's not an Office Kitchen travel video if I don't report to you from the bathroom. So here's the bathroom. Not bad. About 35 minutes to go. We're 40 minutes behind. We just stopped at Salerno, and that is the next stop. And then it looks like there are places to eat in the station, so I'm just going to grab some quick pasta, and then I'll take the metro to my Airbnb. It's been quite a journey. Oh, Maron. Alright, so 55 minutes late. As soon as they get off the train, they pop the cigarettes into their mouths. All right, so I'm gonna eat something. If I can find, there's like a food court or something here, and then I'll take the metro. All right, there's a food hall here, and then apparently on the second floor are restaurants. First floor is fast food. Not too crazy here. Let's see what we got here. There's a restaurant called Al Dente. Fresco, Trattoria, Pizzeria. Bottega. I'll have to go here. I don't think the things that ChatGPT told me are here are actually here. Alright, I'm just gonna go here. Fresco. Trattoria, Pizzeria. Alright, so actually ChatGPT was wrong again. So this is the mezzanine floor. Floor 0 is where Al Dente is. And they have matriciana, bucatini a matriciana. This place had carbonara, was the only thing that kind of appealed to me, but I really don't want carbonara. I'd rather have tomatoes right now. So I'm going to look for al dente. I just thought al dente would make a good alias. What's your name? Al dente. Oh. Alright, I don't want al dente. Back upstairs. I'd rather sit at a restaurant. Alright, looks pretty good. Looks like we just got citrus for the salad. So hungry. Good. Really creamy. But yummy. It's really good. All right, that was good. I couldn't eat it all. She tried to talk me into dessert. And then to pay, it's kind of weird. Several things were weird. First of all, I didn't get any dressing for my salad. It's just greens with citrus. No salt, no pepper, nothing. And then to pay, I didn't know I had to remember my table number and then go to the cashier. All right, so I'm gonna look for the metro now. Should be pretty quiet at this point. Taking 4 stops. I got directions from ChatGPT. And then I'll meet you at my Airbnb. I'm not gonna film the ride. I don't wanna be too conspicuous with this backpack on my back. Wish me luck. Linea 1. I said I wasn't going to film, but I am, at least until I get to the train. So I had to walk a bit. I asked the security person. I just asked 2 military guys. They all just look at me like I'm crazy, like, isn't it obvious? It wasn't. I had to walk, go downstairs. All right, now I see the sign for line 1. I think this is the final stop. I think. So I don't know if there are 2 directions here or what. My ticket was 180 euros, €1.80. So ChatGPT was wrong. So it was 120. So I already have my ticket and I just need to activate it and then tap the fare gate. I had to watch somebody do it. So there's a sign that says QR code. There are all these little things there. You have to hold your phone under this little thing and scan your QR code. Ah, Italy. I just watched somebody do it. We're way down. Into Piscinola. Yeah, Medina. Here's the castle. Alright, so I'm supposed to turn right here, I think. Let me see if Google Maps will work. Alright, stupid Google Maps is not working. It's a good thing ChatGPT gave me directions. So ChatGPT said to turn right here. And then I'm looking for, I forget the name of the street. There are no like traffic lights or signals or anything. It's just walk out into traffic and pray. Made it. Alright, let me see it. Let me try Google Maps again. But when I do get directions on Google Maps, it's like showing me all these hotels and things. So I don't know what the hell that's about. So let me try one more time. Wish me luck. Oh my God. Where is this taking me? I just realized I never ended the video. Maron. It was so crazy, this whole check-in. So I don't know why this Airbnb host, he didn't want to communicate through the app, which you're supposed to do. So he sent me WhatsApp. He also sent me an email. He wanted my email address. So I had to do this electronic check-in. I had to send a picture of my passport. I had to send a photo of me holding my passport. The back of my ID, there is no back. I mean, there's this QR code on the back of my passport. I just sent him a picture of my passport again. And then after that, I received a link in my email that I was to use when I got here. So this link, this is going to be really difficult for me to every time have to open my email and click on this link to open the door. You click this link, it takes you to this V key. and then it opens the downstairs door, and then it opens the upstairs door. So then I get in. There's no Wi-Fi, and I lost my signal because I was inside. So I guess I don't even know where the hell I am here. I don't know how many floors this building is. So anyway, the signal wasn't strong enough to make it into the apartment. So I had to go out on the balcony, connect to my Wi-Fi with my, whatchamacallit, eSIM, my electronic SIM. Connected to that, went into the Airbnb app. Usually with Airbnbs now, you go into the app, you go into Airbnb, and all the information is there. And there's a Wi-Fi network and the passport and password, and usually there's a link that says connect to Wi-Fi, and it's really easy. Not here. So it said the name of the network, and I looked on the list of like available Wi-Fi networks that didn't exist. So I went to WhatsApp. I had actually messaged the host when I was out on the street trying to find this place, because every time I clicked on directions from Airbnb, it would like start looking for a hotel for me. So I messaged him. I said, can you send me the address? He didn't. I think he tried to call me. What does that do? Just send me the address. Why do you have to make it so difficult? These Italians, I swear to God, they just want to make life difficult. So anyway, so he didn't really answer my message for the address. So I just typed in the address into Google Maps, and it brought me here. Completely different directions than what I got from ChatGPT. Like really windy. I had to like go down these stairs and then go down this alley and then turn and then go down another alley. And there's like some drunks sitting outside. The drunks. There's a neighborhood drunk here. He was singing or something. So anyway, so I got inside finally after much struggle with the two doors. Then I messaged him. I said, can you send me the Wi-Fi information? He didn't answer. I could see he read it. It's a nice thing about WhatsApp. You can see if they read your message. So he didn't answer. So I called him. I said, can you send me the Wi-Fi information? So he put somebody else on the phone, maybe a son, who said, there's a QR code on the door. So I went to the door. There's a QR code on the doorknob. I scanned it, which I had scanned actually when I got here. And it takes you to this V key thing again. And it's for the door. So I said, it's for the door. So then he said, wait a minute. And then they finally sent me a picture from V key. So when you go into V key, there's like open the apartment door, open the ground floor, open the apartment door. But then there's some other page that you go to somehow. I don't even know how you get there. And then that has the Wi-Fi information with this long password that's like 1,000 letters. And there's no way to copy and paste that. So I had to find a way to write down this Wi-Fi password. I had a pen, but I don't have any paper. So I'm looking for paper. There's a chalkboard when you first come in here. So I wrote the Wi-Fi password on the chalkboard. Then I see on the chalkboard, there's some other Wi-Fi information that's completely different. But anyway, I entered the password that he gave me in the network that he sent. Finally connected to Wi-Fi. So then they asked, are you okay? And I said, yeah, that was really difficult. I said, usually you just can connect from Airbnb. He said, we always use the QR code. I said, I have stayed in many Airbnbs and I have never done it that way. Oh my God. So my next trip is to Palermo, and I think the host is going to meet me, which I'm really happy about, because some of these hosts, I don't even know where he lives. But it's like, why do you have to do things your own special way? Why don't you do it the way that you're supposed to do it, that everybody else does it? So anyway, the place is cute. I don't know what the neighborhood's like. So yeah, that's it. I'm in. I'm exhausted. And my phone needs to be charged. So that's the end of this video. There's a little coffee maker here, and there's some coffee pods, and there's a little thing of milk. So I'll have coffee tomorrow morning. But I have to go out tomorrow morning and find just some yogurt or something for breakfast, and probably more coffee pods because there are 3 pods here. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and what about Friday? And I'm gonna need more than 1 cup of coffee per day to wake me up. Anyway, I'm excited. It looks interesting here. I don't know that it's a place that I would want to spend more than a few days, but we'll see. All right, I'm in Napoli. That's amore. That was this video. I hope it's not too long. I'm going to try to cut it down. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao for now. Buonanotte.